pile of wet newspapers. Jeez, he smokes like crazy.
He went through a series of teen heartthrob roles before gaining a new level of recognition as a serious actor in Born on the 4th of July. Cruise was nominated for an Oscar and won a Golden Globe Award for his performance as the real-life disabled Vietnam vet Ron Kovic.
We shot women and children.
You didn't shoot women and children? What do you say?
What said the war? Communism, the insidious evil. They told us to go.
Yes, that's what they told us.
Thou shalt not kill Mom.
Tom Cruise has never looked back, becoming a major player in Hollywood circles. He formed his own production company with former agent Paula Wagner.
I always wanted to have a company and be a producer at some stage of my career. And so I would go to marketing meetings and get very involved in that and understand what it takes to make a movie and distribute a movie and how do they do that.
And he's a great producer, and he's a great actor. So he has done both masterfully.
The first project for Cruise Wagner Productions was Mission Impossible.
10 million. 10 million in negotiable U.S. Treasury certificates and bearer form coupons attached.
How did Cruise fare as a producer? Mission Impossible came in under budget and on schedule. As for his acting career, Tom's movies have brought in over $2 billion with no signs of slowing down. Is it any wonder he's one of our favorites? Watch for Endless Love, Born on the 4th of July, and Mission Impossible on TMN and MoviePix.
They were sent away to learn discipline and respect.
The first freshman class, the Iron Eagles Flight School.
And the one man who could make them a team needed them to become heroes.
Guys got 3 minutes to get the squadron up in the air. Hurry up. Now! Come on! Take evasive action.
Let's do it.
Louis Gossett Jr.
Nothing's impossible.
Good hunting, Eagles.
Iron Eagle 4, this month on TMN, the movie network.
I'm Terry Hart for the Movie News. Well, the secret's out. On this edition, we let you in on who's heading north for the Toronto International Film Festival. This week, the lineup for this year's Toronto International Film Festival was announced, outlining the hundreds of films from over 58 countries. And with each film come many of its actors and directors, turning Toronto into a 10-day star-studded galaxy.
It was a record year in terms of submissions. We had well over 1,000 unsolicited submissions, which is extraordinary, and I think as a festival we were probably actively, aggressively, all our programmers looking at about another 500 or 600 films.
The special presentations program is the who's who of international cinema. This year it includes Robert Duvall's The Apostle, which he produced, directed, wrote, and stars in. There's also Gary Oldman's Mill by Mouth, The Spanish Prisoner, which stars Steve Martin, Afterglow with Nick Nolte, and Suicide Kings, which pairs Christopher Walken and Dennis Leary, just to name a few. Celebrating our own filmmakers, this year's festival includes a record 21 Canadian features, 11 of which are making their world premiere in the Perspective Canada program.
Which we are dedicating to the memory of Jean-Claude Lauzon. And I think for a man who just made 2 feature films, he had an extraordinary impact on this film industry, on all of us who knew him.
Spotlighted Canadian films include Vincenzo Natali's Cube and Tom Fitzgerald's The Hanging Garden, both proudly supported by TMN. But the big fight for tickets year after year for many film goers are for the galas. It's your chance to see up-and-coming films long before they hit theaters and right in the presence of the stars themselves. Movies like Gattaca with Uma Thurman and Ethan Hawke, The Assignment starring Donald Sutherland, LA Confidential with Kevin Spacey, and Regeneration starring Jonathan Pryce. And making its world premiere as the closing night gala is Brad Pitt's 7 Years in Tibet. This city's going to be turned upside down with Brad Pitt. Is he coming?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. No, everybody will be here for the closing night film. And I think there'll be, just about every single film that we have in the festival this year has either the director or talent associated with the film in town. There are very few films now where no one is coming with a film.
And we can't forget the movie that's kicking off the whole event. It's TMN-sponsored opening night gala, The Sweet Hereafter. The powerful movie based on Russell Banks' novel that's taking film communities by storm worldwide. This week, I caught up with the film's director, Canada's Adam Egoyan.
Very often, let's say, in my other movies, an actor's come to me and said, I don't know why I'm doing this. I have no idea why I'm doing this. And I would have to tell them why, and that didn't happen here.
If everyone had done their job with integrity, your son would be alive and safely in school this morning.
It's interesting because I think in some ways you could divide the cast into those people who read the book and those people who didn't want to read the book. So Ian Holm, for instance, didn't want to read the book. But then someone like Bruce Greenwood, for instance, the book became almost a Bible for him. And I wasn't threatened by that. I mean, I think that that's an amazing resource to have. I've always been kind of envious of directors who actually are able to write a few pages about each of the characters that they're dealing with. See, I could never do that with my other movies because I didn't know who these people were.
I don't like thinking about the accident. What is it that you want me to do for you, Mr. Stevens?
Opening, 1997 Toronto International Film Festival. How does that make you feel?
I'm thrilled because I have a really long association with the festival. All my films, I think, I've played there, and I just have a really long history, so this is a really important evening for me. It's like going to be great.
Egoyan is definitely a filmmaker to watch out for. He's already signed on to his next project, Felicia's Journey, for Icon Films. That is Mel Gibson's production company. Be sure to mark on your calendar that the Toronto International Film Festival runs from September 4th to the 13th. Ticket information is available by calling 416-968-FILM. That's 416-968-3456. That wraps this edition of TM News. Until next time, enjoy your movies.
A loyal member of the clan.
I don't make fancy bombs. They're just simple little things.
A sworn defender of the truth.
Why in the world would he hire you?
Sam Cahill's my grandfather.
4 generations of hatred.
You a failure, just like your pathetic father was. I am the only person on this earth who gives a damn whether you live or die.
Are about to come to an end.
I'm ready.
The Chamber premieres September 26th on TMN.
It seemed like the town of her dreams.
There's nothing else like it nowhere.
The perfect place to start over.
Look, I won't tell anyone why you were at Wyndham.
But some people can't leave well enough alone.
And what was the conviction for?
Shut up! Should have known better than to trust a piece of lying trash like you!
I thought in some place small like this, there might just be a chance, you know?
The Spitfire Grill premieres August 31st, a TMN hidden gem.
The following program is rated PG.